she was requesting, some assistance because I know she's in cosmetology school. She's trying to get her life together, and I can totally 100% support her in that. And so when she came and asked me, I was like, okay, that's fine, it's cool, but you've got to pay me back. And so I kind of wrote out a little agreement, and it's in the evidence, but I wrote out a little agreement because I watch all the time. So because I know you have to write it out and kind of give the...
Did you give us the writing?
I did, actually. It's going to be in C, page 9.
It's amongst the text messages?
Yes.
Go ahead, continue.
I went to her school the next day, and I had paid it, not a problem. And I texted her back, and I was like, hey, look, I did it. Just remember that, that this is a loan. You're going to have to pay me back. And she was like, okay, that's fine. She acknowledged that it was a loan. And she gave me a date that she would start. I think it was the 15th of each month. She paid the first month, and it was a little late. Not a big deal. It's okay.
How much were the payments to be?
I think it was $100. Yeah, $100 a month. It was going to take forever. But it's okay. I'm here to help.
Because you believed in the power of education.
100%.
As the only way to change the circumstances of your life.
Correct. Very true. Very true. So she was supposed to repay me the $100. And she repaid the first payment, but I didn't realize it because I checked my account around the 15th when she was supposed to pay it, but it wasn't there. So a couple weeks later, I emailed her or I texted her back, and I was like, hey, look, I didn't get the money. She said, oh, I sent it. It was just a couple days late. And I was like, okay, that's fine. And then the next month, she didn't pay, February. And I was like, I didn't get the money, or you need to pay me for February. March is around the corner.
Was she working at the time?
I thought she was. And when I loaned her the money, she was. And then a couple months ago, like about 2 months ago, I found out she was no longer working there. Okay. And that was the impetus.
Let me just interrupt you for a moment. So may I call you Asia?
Yes, sure.
You say that there was an understanding that you wouldn't have to begin paying back until you got your license and you got a job. Is that correct?
Sort of. I was more under the impression of like an angel investment where she would pay it off.
You mean she invested in you?
That's what I was thinking, but clearly not. So when she had asked for me to start paying her back in payments, I just agreed because at the time I was working, but I lost my job and I've been looking for work since then, and it's just been really hard for me to get back on my feet.
So do you deny that you agreed to a payment plan?
Well, at first I wasn't planning on paying back, but I eventually did agree to start paying her back because I thought I would have the money to, but I don't.
And what are you doing now?
I'm still doing nails from home. Business has been really slow.
Why did you get your cosmetology degree?
Well, I don't have the license yet. I still have to take the state board test, and in order to do that, I had to pay off my tuition. So that's...
Well, I thought your aunt paid it off for you.
That was for the first contract, and to continue going to school without having to take a break, I had to pay it off and then continue going. So that's where she came in. She paid off the first contract.
You're not grateful for what she did for you?
Of course I'm grateful, but, I was just hoping because we're family, she'd have a little bit more understanding and leniency given my...
I mean, give you more time?
Essentially.
To pay back?
Maybe.
Maybe? What do you mean maybe?
Well, I pay my debts back, but like I mentioned...
Doesn't seem like you want to pay this debt back when it's probably the most important debt you've ever had in your life.
Right.
Judge Sawalda?
Asia, you said something about being surprised when your aunt offered to pay your tuition, and then you also said, I was surprised and thankful, but guarded. Why?
Because I'm not one to really ask for financial help. I kind of just prefer to figure it out myself. I've always been financially responsible, but the past few years have been a little bit rocky for me, so I actually didn't ask her personally to pay off the loan. I was just talking to family members. Word traveled down the grapevine and got to my aunt. And when she offered, I accepted it because I wanted to finish school. I was already having a rough year at school, so when she offered, I was...
But why were you surprised that she offered?
Because I don't ask for help. She's never loaned me money before.
So are you saying it was kind of hard to take it?
Yes.
So that would, for me, mean that I would try my absolute best to pay it back.
Yeah.
Because if you were cautious to accept it because you are independent and you don't ask for help and you want to get it done yourself, you also don't want to have to owe anybody, especially a family member, right?
Right.
So you're not working now?
No.